All right, this is Malcolm C. Holtje, formerly of GenRad, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his career at GR. When did you join GR, Mac?
Well, I guess I joined it when I graduated from MIT, and it was in early 1950.
You had been a co-op student?
Since 46.
46, after you got out of the Navy?
That's
or what?
Right, I had 2 years in the Navy.
Yeah. Where and when in the Navy?
Well, I was inducted, and they trained me to be able to repair and maintain all the electronic equipment aboard ship, which was a year's training program. And of course, the war was well over long before I completed my training, so I didn't see any action during the war, but I did spend 2 years in the Navy before I left.
Now, you would come from where? Upstate New York? Where were you?
No, I was in a little town, Teaneck, New Jersey, and went to school there, an excellent high school, and then went directly to MIT for a term and a half. You and
your friend Dick Johnson were amateur electronic or radio guys?
Yeah, I had my ham license at that time. Of course, you couldn't broadcast because of the war, but we managed to get our licenses and tried to communicate with other schemes than radio. We tried to pump audio signals through the earth to get back and forth from his house to mine, which never worked. But we came close by pumping a 50 kilohertz signal through the power lines.
Yeah.
But that also didn't work. But we came close.
Great. So into General Radio as a co-op student, then a young engineer, working for who?
Well, I guess my first assignment, I was working with Norris Tuttle on line voltage regulators.
Line voltage regulators.
And then sometime shortly after that, we started in taking responsibility for a whole line of industrial products, like not only the line voltage regulators, but strobe attacks. And
strobes in particular probably sold more than anything that you worked on.
Well, the line voltage regulators also did, not very glamorous, but they worked, and we made money out of that. And then we did some bridges and some recorders. And, voltmeters. We had microvoltmeters. DC stuff, and
then off to MIT for a brief sabbatical.
Yeah, in my 11th year there, I went back to MIT for a year, and decided to study non-electrical engineering things. I took mostly physics of solids, semiconductors, all that. I actually built a field effect transistor while I was there, and when I came back after my year, GenRad was looking for someone to man a semiconductor operation.
Yeah.
And I
we called it microelectronics, or did that term come later?
I'm not sure when that term came now, but we did set up a semiconductor processing facility, which was pretty much state-of-the-art at that time, and started on a couple of products. We made a noise diode that our noise instrument line depended upon, and the supplier no longer made them for us, and I made that. We made a small integrated circuit to make a DA converter. But it soon became apparent that semiconductor stuff did not really fit. Our engineers would come and say they needed some of this, they needed a lot of them. I'd say, well, how many? Oh, we'll need maybe 30 of them a year. And I say, well, our first test piece will give us more than 1,000 pieces. And I closed down that semiconductor operation. But the thin film part,
thin film tantalum, precision resistors, those were
that had been started the year while I was at MIT, and I joined them, and I figured that was really a good product for us, and we learned to do those, I think, as well as or better than Bell Labs, who were the originator of that. And ultimately, we were making 8-layer circuits of high-speed memories and everything else, but we made tens of millions of just plain accurate resistors. And I built all the machinery to make those, which was a fun thing to do.
The sputtering machine, you and Arnold Fields, those were great.
And the bridges, the anodizing machine, Those machines made 3,000 measurements a second to 100% accuracy.
And we called them RATs.
Yeah,
Resistance Anodized Trim Systems, RATs machines.
I had pushed to call them STAR systems.
Yeah, I like that better, but...
And nobody bought that.
No.
It was always known as RATs.
Yeah, the Rat Master.
Which was a catchy thing anyway.
Yeah.
And
then driver sensors, a jillion.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the heck you made.
Well, and we made, I guess the thing we made the most of was actually programmable delay lines.
Oh, yeah.
And these mostly went to California. They were building a high-speed semiconductor tester, and it was important that all signals arrive at the same time at the device under test.
Yeah.
And
STI. What's the name of that operation out there? Yeah.
Yeah. But these were programming down to 20 nanoseconds.
Yeah.
And that enabled them to get the timing right.
Good.
And the typical machine they were selling had maybe 2,000 or 3,000 of these delay lines in each system.
Yeah. So your career at GR was how many years?
46.
40. Is that the record? It's got to be pretty close.
No, there were many before me who started when they were illegally young.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It was quite common to have people who were there approaching 50 years.
Yeah,
but it's something you'll never see again.
I know it, but you had a great career there, and you had more bosses than anybody. They came and went, and you went on. That's great. I was among them, even. One of these pretty faces who floated through. Yeah.
Well, I think you said it right the other night that they never really knew exactly what it was. What the hell you were doing. But they liked what came out.
I love it.
So that worked out pretty good.
I love it. So then you retired in what year?
Well, I guess it was 93, December 93.
Was it? And here we are in 2010.
Yeah, I moved to Florida. And
yeah.
I originally thought I might do some of the programming work that I had done on CAD design in Florida, but I never did anything in the technical field like that again. I just got interested in other things and didn't worry about any programming much, although I still write short programs to do things that I enjoy doing.
That's great. You're in Sanibel Island, Florida, with your new wife, Nan, who's in the kitchen talking to Shirley, as you, the listeners, have heard in the background.
Yeah, and that was another great thing that happened for me.
That's wonderful.
My wife died from Alzheimer's in 93.
Yeah.
I mean, 03.
03, yeah, I recall. Well, that's great. You're doing well. You're looking good. You're going on.
I'm happy with what I'm doing. I really enjoy life.
All right, say goodbye to all your fans.
Fans? I don't know about fans.
Oh, you'll have them now.
All who'll see this.
Attaboy. Good. It will be posted on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.